Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Danielle-ish. If you've never been here before, it's nice to meet you. So today's video is going to be a little bit different, and I'm actually just going to be having a coffee chat with my friend Tony. He's also a YouTuber, so I'll definitely make sure to link all of his information in the description box below so you guys can check out his content as well. But we're just going to catch up. Kind of hard to talk to anyone in person, so this is how we're doing it today.
This is how we do it.
I almost came up my nose. Literally almost died. Oh, that would have been such a short video.
Right, it's like, and we're done.
Dead. You're gonna be a dad, bro. Like, let's just like start with that for a second. I mean, you are a dad.
Mug. Dad mug.
Oh, you already have it. I should have done my wifey mug. How's that? Like, how are those feelings?
It was okay. So, in the beginning, it was like so.
And God made light, and
that's exactly what it was like. So hard because I mean, when we first found out, what, probably November. Like, so we knew
long ago,
very early on, and I mean, heck, we only announced it last month, at the end of last month, on Easter.
Yeah. For context for everybody, we've been basically BFFs for like 4 years, probably about 4 years, and this happens in November, and I don't find out until like a month ago.
Yeah.
When
like, we released it into the world. Yeah. It was so hard. There were so many times where I was like, oh my God, guess what? Like, I just wanted to be like, hey, so, but we just wanted to be safe. I mean, we did go through a traumatic event, a very interesting event. Long story short, Margaret and I had a child. Unfortunately, he did not make it. And so it was one of those things that we were like, let's not get our hopes up. Let's not start talking about it right away. And let's just make sure we're doing everything we can to stay healthy and be healthy. And then once we make it to, I think we got to 25 weeks is when we decided. It's like once we got there, we were like, okay, we can start telling some friends and some family. Baby's growing good. Our appointments, our doctor was saying, yeah, baby's measuring all right. I mean, we're carrying. So yeah, I mean, that was just the stressful part. Was just making sure we got to that point. And I did want to like vent and talk to people about it, but it was just like, let's just take it easy. Let's take our time. And we just wanted to make sure this entire pregnancy was, no stress. We're working out, we're eating right, and just doing everything that we possibly can. So we know, God forbid, if something else does go wrong, that we know that we did everything we possibly could. So I met a specialist 2 weeks ago, and she was basically saying, we're past that mark. She said 16 weeks is when she really would have started to tell us to try different things, but she's like, hey, you've made it this far, just keep doing what you're doing because it's working. It was good. It was very reassuring, and it was exciting because we started to feel some more movement. And hey, those are the dogs, calm down, go back to your room. I hear her like walking in and out. Yeah, my dogs have their own rooms, guys.
Go back to your room. So excited for you.
Thank you.
Our life has just been crazy. If I went through and named chronologically all the stuff that's happened to us since we got married, it's like
everything's happened.
It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like it's one thing after another. Like we literally have not had a second to just nothing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like we haven't had any time for that. It's just been nuts. When we got married, obviously like the whole year basically leading up to that almost was like the actual planning of the wedding, and like you guys know how that goes. It's an awesome time, but it's insane.
It was a great wedding. I loved it.
I'm so glad. I felt like everyone had such a great time. Like I don't think it could have gone any better. Ceremony and the reception. I just think everybody had a blast. Very like fulfilling to me, because you work so hard to plan it and just to make sure everything's perfect. We had a wedding coordinator to help us, but I was my wedding planner. Right. Like I did everything. I bought everything. I to a T color coordinated. Like it was 100% a DIY wedding. I wish someone could have like filmed it as like
the whole process
8-episode series. Yeah, it was just awesome. Not long after that, it was like smack with all the crap that's going on right now.
Yep, smack. Just everybody crazy. Stay at home. Don't go out. Don't do anything.
Everybody lose their job.
Yeah. It's been intense.
It's insane. But that's what I'm saying. Like it's big life events that keep happening to us that just we cannot catch our breath. And now I'm unemployed, and all of it was outside of my control.
Right.
I had zero control over any of the situation. And that's like the piss off part. Like that's
Right.
the part that like
It's like I
makes me
can't do
mad.
anything. Yeah.
I can't do anything about
Yeah.
it.
And it
And
wasn't like your fault. It wasn't like, okay, what can I do
right.
better? No, it was just legit. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
It's
Literally I've already had people ask me, so like, are you even looking for a job? Or like, what's your deal? And I'm like, hold on. Like, I'm still getting severance pay. Like, I'm still waiting for that from my
right.
company. Like, that's how recently I got like let go. So it's just
Hmm.
crazy. And so I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm
Yeah.
trying to just take advantage of this. And like, how often are you forced to have me time all the time? You know?
That's very true. Yeah. I've appreciated it a little bit. I mean, well, there's a lot of things I've kind of gotten out of it, and I'm blessed to be able to still have a job and still be able to work from home. But for starters, my commute, oh my God, I feel like I've gotten like at least 2 to 3 hours just back in my life. Like I feel like now my mornings aren't rushed. I'm like, okay, I gotta hurry up and get out of here. And then when I come home, I'm not like, oh my God, I gotta hurry up and make dinner, get the dogs fed. And then like next thing you know,
Yeah.
it's 10 o'clock. I mean,
I know, it's crazy. Like, I mean, obviously, it's given me my entire life back, which is insane. And
mhm,
it makes me kind of want to try to find a job where I can be remote and work from home. I'm okay with that. Like,
right,
I'm a people person and I'm a team player, and like obviously like it's good to be like mentally stimulated by other human beings, but like I can still get that with a stay-at-home job. Some people can't. Some people like have to physically be with other
right.
people. But I've learned that about myself, that I'm much more self-sufficient than I thought I was.
Businesses are realizing that a lot of people are able to work remote when it's like, hey, you can just stay at home, guys. Because we talked about it in like one of the meetings that we had recently in my organization, and they're like, well, productivity is up. I mean, people are actually working more and harder because I guess they're satisfied, and
I don't know. I like
like
being
they're
home.
killing
It's
it on
it's good
YouTube.
for me. It's been fun. I mean, it's definitely a challenge. I think like a lot of people underestimate like how
Yes,
difficult consistently doing YouTube is. And
yes,
it's so fulfilling and it's so fun and like it's like credible creative outlet, but it's so hard to be a permanent YouTuber.
yeah,
You know what I
it
mean? Like
really is.
everyone's
Yeah,
like, "Oh, I'll just put a video up or whatever, and like it's gonna get so many views." And then, yeah, good luck with that.
right. It's like,
Like,
oh, cool.
yeah, you're
My
gonna put a
five
video up, it's
friends and
gonna
my two
have
cousins
five.
saw it. Yeah,
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, I'm really trying to focus on my channel. I'm still a little bummed with YouTube, more of like the actual company itself, just because I was monetized when I started. They
right.
didn't have all these intense restrictions on
Hmm.
monetization. In no way am I in it for the money. Like, it's not even close to why I do it. But to have that taken away from me is irritating. They changed the rules, and all of a sudden I had the subscriber count that was needed, but I didn't have the view
The
hours, like the
hours. Yeah,
watch time. And then that you have to have that amount of watch hours in a year.
yeah,
So I took a year hiatus off of YouTube when we were getting married and everything. And now I still have my subscriber count, but I have completely had to zero out on my watch hours. And so
mhm,
I'm basically starting from scratch. And it's going to take me 4,000 of those to get monetized again. So, like,
yeah.
that's frustrating. I'm just trying to get that going, I guess.
Yeah, you'll definitely get there because I mean, one, your content is good and you're very personal,
Hmm.
and people relate to you, people like you, and you're always getting comments. And that's also what's going to get you that more interaction too, is people comment on your stuff, people interact with you more. And so your click through
Yeah.
rate is going to be awesome and people are going to come back. And I'm trying to catch up with you on as far as like producing more. It's the idea part that was hard at first. Like I didn't want to just make something to make something. I wanted to like actually speak to an audience. I didn't just want to like, oh hey, I made a video, and it's like, okay, great. I mean, if you're not niching down, really, it's hard to grow.
Yeah, but I think at the same time, the reason that my channel is called Danielle-ish is because I don't have one niche. Like
That's true.
I have a lot of interests and a lot of things that I'm passionate about. And so if I just called it like Danielle's makeup channel or Danielle's cooking channel or like, something more fancy, but like you get the point. I wouldn't have the option to be creative in other
Right.
arenas. I wanted to make sure that if it was a random video or it was just like some random content that nobody was asking for, like
Hmm.
that it still is relevant because it
Yeah.
has something to do with what I love and like what I want. And I know at least with my audience is a lot of people who are similar to me, and like you'll collect the audience that is similar to you as a person.
That's true.
And so if you produce kind of far left field video content, it'll probably still resonate with the majority of your audience,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, that makes sense because it's still you, and then like
Yeah.
in the long run, like that's why they're watching is because they like you.
I think you actually have a really great opportunity with your niche because yours is videography, cinematography, photography. Like it all has to do with like the art of being creative and the art of filming. And you can do that with every single genre.
That's true.
So you don't have any limits with your
That's true.
channel. Channel will still always be relevant regardless of like how left field the topic of your video is.
That makes sense. Yeah, because someone's always gonna want to learn something or see a certain style. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'm gonna keep on doing like my Monday videos, and that's kind of become like I called it like my camera basics, so like people can learn something on that day. But then I think I want to
Mhm.
do like on Thursday to be like a creative video, or the one I'm actually working on that I'm hoping I have done today. Like people who I feel like are great YouTubers right now. So
Mm.
on their accounts, I'm just like talking about some of their photos and like why I like them and why you should go check them out. And the idea behind it was to just give other people more exposure and just talk about why you should appreciate other artists. I guess I don't know. I'm kind of like
Yeah.
figuring out
It's kind of just
the
like
the
your
story of it.
favorites.
Yeah. How are you keeping track of your ideas? Like you just find
Um,
something and you just write it down. You just like let it come to you.
I do have notes section on my phone that if I think of an idea, I just write it down extensively, more like a bullet point type thing. To be honest, I just kind of film whatever I feel like filming at the time. But it is kind of like my own little arsenal of ideas for when I don't know what I want to film, but I want to film.
Right. You
And
have to be in the mood and like want to make that video because like I think it was like 3 weeks ago. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna make a video, and I made it, and I was like, this is trash. Like I just felt like it was so forced, and
yeah,
it just wasn't good. And I like did halfway through the edit, and I just like did a playback just to make sure the
you're like,
audio
I'm done.
sounded good. And I'm like, yeah, no, I just like closed the laptop. I was like, I'm done. And Margaret looked at me. She's like, are you still editing? And she's like, no, it's terrible. I'm gonna do it again.
How did you feel about the way your video came out last time versus the one before it?
The first one that I did for Aperture, I felt like I was following a script more, like I had bullet points that I wanted to do, whereas, and I had a lot more written down, like say
Uh-huh.
this. And then the other one, it was just bullet points, like make sure you talk about this, make sure you talk about this. And then just made it a lot more interactive. And while I was editing, I was listening to the music that I knew I already wanted. And it kind of just made like a nice little flow with it. And
Uh-huh.
so it made it more fun, I guess. And I did have more fun making it, and it felt natural. And I didn't do as many takes too. Like the last one, I felt like it took me maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half to film it. And then this other one, I was like done in like 20 minutes, and
Mhm.
it just felt right.
Know that you're still trying to get your vibe,
Right, trying to find the
which takes
voice.
forever. Most uncomfortable thing is talking to a camera. Like you get
Right,
nervous for no reason and you're like almost uncomfortable with being yourself. But like when you get comfortably uncomfortable
right.
in front of a camera, that's when your personality comes out. And like that's when people are laughing with you. They're
Hmm.
like excited. They are interacting with your interaction.
Right, right, right.
So like the second one that you put out, the most recent one, I was like perfect. Like I was like, there
Yes,
he is, like
did it.
attaboy, like you did it.
I did it,
But
mom.
it was so much more you,
Hmm.
like it was like you just took a breath and you were like, all right, let's roll. And you produced an amazing video.
It's a lot more. It just felt easier. It felt a lot more fun making it, and it just felt right. I mean, it sounds weird, but like, yeah, it felt right.
No,
It
it's
didn't feel like
true.
I was making just a video. It felt like I was just talking to somebody.
It is a weird feeling though, like for people who are starting their channel, like it takes a minute to get
Hmm.
used to speaking to nothing.
Yeah,
Like
Exactly.
you literally don't have an audience until you upload it. So you're
Right.
speaking to zero.
That was another thing too. Like I caught myself. I was like answering my own questions, like saying something and kind of talking back to myself. And I'm like, I'm probably crazy right now. And I think I'm probably gonna put that in another one and like just leave it in there. Um, but then like I don't know why it just randomly brought that whole like if people have like an inner monologue or don't, like if you hear yourself think,
Oh,
and
I
I was just like,
100% have an inner monologue.
the
Like I
same here,
100% talk to myself. I have an outer monologue. Like I
right?
talk to myself like a whole day.
Right? I feel like that keeps me sane, and like I'm just like that makes it easy, and then I'm like halfway through it too. I was wondering, I was like, what do people think? Like if you're not, what's in there? Like I don't know. It blew my mind.
I mean, just when I'm making coffee or something, I'll be like, "This coffee looks great, Danielle." You know,
Right?
like I literally talk to myself like I'm an external being of myself, like
Right.
constantly. Like
Totally get that. Yeah.
everyone, Paul thinks I'm crazy, but I just talk to myself all the time. He'll be like, "What?" I'll be like, "Nothing. I'm just talking to myself."
I do the exact same thing.
Whatever.
When I'm cooking, when I'm cleaning, like anything,
Yeah.
if there's music in the background, I'm either like dancing or singing or doing something like just
Like
to
I'm
myself.
100% my own best friend. Like
Mhm.
like I can hang out with me all the time. And that's why I think
Amen.
working from home is perfect for me because I just like I'm not afraid to I don't know. I mean, I'm myself everywhere. I think that's one thing you know about me is I don't care. Like
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
100% me all the time.
And you gotta have that too, especially with doing the stuff that we're doing as far as like YouTube and Instagram and all that, because people can be mean. And like other people who have asked me, like, oh, how did you? What? That's awesome that you made a video. Like, how did you? Like, were you worried about what other people thought? And like, not really.
The
If you think
most
about it too much, it'll hold you back,
yeah.
and you just gotta throw it out there.
Have you experienced probably less than I have, but have you experienced anyone kind of, I guess, making light comments about your YouTube channel and like kind of making fun of it in a way?
Not yet.
And it's probably like better for you because your thing is photography, cinematography first and foremost.
Right.
So you making videos is like the same thing. So people
Right.
probably like won't say anything about it. But I've noticed just from someone like me who's not necessarily super into like the video aspect of it, but just more like the content. When you're not someone who makes videos professionally and you
Right.
tell someone that you have a YouTube channel, they kind of like, oh, that's cool.
Like, oh yeah, you're a YouTuber. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
thing.
Like I had someone literally the other day who was like, I saw you had a YouTube video on Facebook. And I thought to myself, like, wow, she must be really bored.
You're like, thank you, I guess. But what do you say to that? Oh my god. Oh my god. People are
Like
crazy.
it just blew my mind. And honestly, like I was super nice about it, but like it kind of like pissed me off, like to be real. I mean,
Right.
because I was like, actually, like I've been doing this for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
People don't understand that it's something that's exciting and like it's fun and it is a creative outlet as much as gardening or
Right.
cooking or whatever. Like, you're not going to just be like, oh, you garden?
Right.
Like you
It's
just
like,
must be
oh,
really
that's cute.
bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was low key like a little bit offensive. I was like,
Right.
wait, no, like this is something I enjoy. This is something that I love to do.
That was a mindset that I kind of had too when I
Come
was
on.
kind of starting. Like, I was worried like somebody would probably say that. I was like, oh, that's cool. Well, you're doing YouTube. Oh yeah, you have nothing else to do, like something like that. And but like it's not easy. And people have careers in doing all this stuff. That's all they do, just
That's what
make
I'm
YouTube
saying.
videos. And like
And
people don't
the
understand that.
people, yeah, the people who comment those comments in real life don't actually watch YouTube for fun.
Right. Yeah.
It's not a thing that they do.
Yeah.
And
And
it's fine, but it's like don't be a dick about it.
yeah,
I'm trying to do something for fun, like for me.
it's interesting because when I first started watching, I didn't realize like how big communities really got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at first, the only time I went to YouTube was like, oh hey, how do I build this shelf? How do I don't know, like it
Yeah.
was how-to videos, it was random ass things. But like now it's people like have little mini series. People have like
Yeah,
little
it's a
short
lifestyle.
movies. Yeah, and like everybody like comes and watch. It's like watching Netflix basically.
So,
Oh,
how long is this, by the way? Like, where are we at time wise? Do you even know?
time wise, let's see. We are at
I feel like we've been talking for like 45 minutes.
Maybe. Let's see what we got here. Almost 40 minutes.
My phone's
Yeah.
gonna die soon, so we should probably close this out. Plus,
Yeah. Okay. How do you want to close it out?
yeah.
What do I want to do?
Okay.
All right, guys. I think we're just gonna go ahead and start wrapping it up.
If you guys would like, just go ahead and comment in the comment section below if there's anything that we talked about that was interesting to you or you want to know more about.
Thanks to Danielle and Pepper for joining us for this awesome little coffee time. Yeah, this was just a quick video that we wanted to do together. Just for us to catch up and I guess give people an opportunity to see inside our lives. And
we'll link all the things that we talked about there as well. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And
the bell to be notified when we make new videos. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one, guys. Later.
Bye. Nailed it. Cool. I just spilled coffee all over myself.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
That's true.
I'm gonna sweat like a dog in here. It's fine. I'm fine. Room's on fire.
I'm okay with this. This is fine. Just like, hi guys.
Hi guys.
Hoi. My name is Jeff.
My name's Jeff. I need to put this mirror on something taller.
Take your time. If you have something in your nose, I promise I'll let you know.
Okay.
And go. Nice little talk, go with some coffee and catch up.
Hi guys.
Okay, you got me back. I don't know if she's moving or if I'm just gassy. I'm like, maybe she's moving.
Same.
I don't know. Like, over that
I was
day,
like,
and I was
where
like, I
did
want to
Tony
do something.
come from? Like, and Tony's like, pew! Like, I was like, damn! Like, you just blew me out of the water.
Came out of left field.
How to?
Yes. Where do we meet?
Like, how do I?
Yes. It's gonna bother me now. Now I gotta look
We'll
up.
post it.
Oh my god! If I can stop talking like a little boy.
Real boy.
Yay.
You do whenever you cover up the. Okay, so how are you gonna send this to me? Because this is a big ass file.
Google Drop.
Google Drop.
Yeah.
Can you?
Or Drive,
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we can drop from this far away. It's like, we're like throwing this video into like the time-space continuum.
Oh my god, that's weird.
I'm like, got it.
Later.
Bye. Nailed it.